Hello and welcome back to the Tom Marshall podcast. Today we are going to review a film that's recently just come out called Babygirl. The things I do for this channel, I swear. All in the name of entertainment. Oh, let's go. Hello and welcome to this review of Babygirl. It is directed by Helena Wren. It stars Nicole Kidman, Harris Dickinson, and Antonio Banderas. And that's about as good as it gets. Yeah. I will go into more detail later on in the video, but yeah, that's about as good as it gets. The film is about a woman called Romy. That is Nicole Kidman's character, who is a CEO of a big automated warehouse company in America. She is married to Jacob, that is Antonio Banderas' character, and has 2 kids and runs her very successful business. A set of new interns start at the company, one of which is a young man called Samuel, that is Harris Dickinson's character, and straight away makes an impression with Romy. They end up working pretty closely together as part of this intern mentorship program, and they learn about each other, and in the process Samuel discovers that she has a rather, how shall I put this, particular kink. As their relationship develops, if you can call it a relationship, Samuel tests the waters out a little bit to see what he can get away with without causing any suspicion to the other people around them. In one scene at a social work event at a bar, Samuel orders Romy a glass of milk, of which she drinks. And as time goes on, he pushes the boat out even further and further and further, becoming more and more daring as time goes on. In the end, they decide to stop dancing around the issue of Romy's wants and desires and what she wants and what they both want out of the relationship. What Romy wants is to be out of control and to be told what to do. She embraces her inhibitions and lets go. Soon, her life around her improves, as well as her family life. She is much happier, more confident in her work. But when it is taken away from her and Samuel cuts her off, she spirals almost like an addict looking for her next fix. Her next fix being out of control. There are real stakes. As she is discovered, it would put everything that she has worked for in jeopardy, as well as her family life. She has a lot to lose, while Samuel has everything to gain, creating an interesting dynamic between the two. The film is ultimately about letting go and being open to new and different experiences in life. What that does to us as human beings when we decide to let go. I must admit, before going to see this film, I was already knackered. I had 2 12-hour days, Monday and Tuesday. Monday I had my shift in my day job, and Tuesday was doing a lot of travelling going on a course to Portsmouth, which from where I am is like an hour and a half drive there and back. So sat in a classroom for like 8 hours and was absolutely shattered. So Wednesday, when I went to see this film, I didn't have a lot going at the minute at that time, and I was just absolutely shattered. Wednesday was a complete write-off. So already going in, I was not in a good way, and yeah, just full disclosure, when I saw this film, I was not in the best of minds. I was a little bit just run down and feeling very miserable to start with. So, however, I did manage to sit through the whole 2 hours of this film. The things I do for this channel, for you, thank you very much. It's a sacrifice. Someone's got to do it. Yeah. Right, what did I think? Well, after a while, I felt, it was getting a little bit repetitive and samey after a while. The sex scenes were tastefully done to some degree, but soon sort of became boring. This may be something to do with myself, as I don't fully understand really the world of like BDSM or whatever it is they're depicting in this film, um, and various different kinks that are involved. But if you are in this world, this film is for you. 100%. Yeah. I thought maybe the film was a little bit too long, and there were a couple of scenes that were not needed, which could have been just cut into one scene instead of being eked out multiple scenes. They could just cut those out quite easily, at least shorten the film total running time by about, could have taken 15 minutes out quite easily. I thought the performances were good, especially Antonio Banderas. However, I felt that he was wildly underused. The scenes that you could have taken out, you could have transferred onto him, given him more screen time, but they chose not to do that, because I thought his performance was standout in this film. And him being Romy's husband, you would have thought that he'd play quite a big role in this film, but they chose not to go in that direction, which is a bit of a shame, because yeah, would have been good. Also, I'm not entirely sure why this film was made. Was it a result of the success of The Substance? Because both films were made by A24. So I'm not sure why they made it. It's a tale that we have seen before of the high functioning individual with some weird, crazy sort of hidden secrets. Sound familiar? Smells like 50 Shades of Grey to me, but hey, and countless other films of this type. But now that's the one that comes to mind. All in all, I think this film really didn't hit the mark at all. Ultimately, it lacked in the script. Some bits just didn't make sense or were very sort of unrealistic. The husband probably would have caught on to the fact that Romy was coming home late, and he would have caught on fairly quickly that his wife was having an affair. As a man myself, I like to think I'd be able to have a good sense of these types of things, but hey. Also, their colleagues would have caught on to the fact that Romy and Samuel were spending an awful lot of time together, and HR would have had an absolute field day. Maybe I'm judging this film a little bit too harshly. Probably deserves another watch, I'd say. Maybe when I'm feeling a little bit fresher over time, maybe in the next couple of weeks or something, maybe I'll give it another watch. But for some reason, uh, this film just didn't really do it at all. Yeah, which is a shame because A24 recently have had a pretty good track record, but I think with this one, I think it's a bit of a miss on this one. So let me know what you think in the comments if you've seen the film or not, and if you're of the same opinion as myself. So yeah, a bit of a downer, So yeah, as always, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and I shall see you in the next